as Christians and as leaders, as Sunday school teachers and Sunday school members, as members of the church, as fathers and grandfathers and mothers and grandmothers and aunts and uncles, we have to be very careful. Because at some point in time, there's going to be a personal battle that's going to come against us. Listen to me. There's going to be a personal battle. We talked about that this morning. You've got to ready yourself for a personal battle because it will come. I want us to look at our temptation. We've looked at our wisdom. We've looked at our inspiration. But we have to look at our temptation also. You know, the wonderful thing about the Bible is that it never hides the truth. It never covers one's sin. It reveals the victories and it reveals the falls. That's the wonderful thing about Christianity. It's different than other religions. Other religions paint their prophets as being perfect. When they write their stories, they always win. When they write their stories, they always come out. There's never these hidden thoughts and things into their lives. And it's never revealed. And so sometimes when you read about other religions, it's like reading a story about superheroes. But when it comes to the Bible, God never glosses over sin. He never covers up sin. If His prophet sins, God reveals it. If His prophet has a fault, God keeps digging until it's revealed. So, not to cast them into outer chains of darkness, not to throw them in hell, but to reveal it to them so they can work onto it. So that they can sanctify themselves, so they can work onto that part of their life. So that they can come out victorious in the end. Mary was no different than you and I. She had a flaw. She was a great woman. She was a strong woman. She was a great leader. But she had a flaw. She was tested into this area and she failed. She must have been thinking all along that Zipporah was the wrong choice for Moses. She must have been thinking all along that obviously Moses had made a mistake in marrying this woman, this Midianite woman. Why would he marry her? He should have married from his own people. Obviously, he made a mistake. And so she was against her. And it was sort of like this festering sore in her heart. Let me tell you something, folks. If you've got something against somebody, I don't care how much you try to hide it, it's going to come to the surface eventually. Did y'all hear me? If you don't like somebody and they really get on your nerves, it's going to come to the surface. You can gloss over it all you want. You can cover it up. You can act sanctified and real churchy and very Christian. But eventually, at some point in time, God is going to cause something. God is going to allow something to happen, and that's just going to rise up onto your heart and it's going to come out. And Jesus said, out of a man's heart comes his treasure. Out of a man's heart comes what really lies within here. So you and I need to search our hearts. And if there's something there, we need to work onto it. I don't mean we need to go to somebody and tell them how it is. That's what we think we're supposed to do. Well, let me just go get this off my chest. Did God tell you to do that? Did God tell you to go get that off your chest? Now you feel better that you've got it off your chest, but it was like a 45 caliber bullet you just shot out of a gun. You'll never get it back. After you got that off your chest and you put her in her place, or you put him in his place, now you can't never take it back again. It's better if you let God change your heart and let God change their heart than it is for you to put them in their place. In other words, you're standing in God's shoes and you're going to put them in place because God's just too slow to do it. Come on now. You all know what I'm talking about. It's truth this morning. It's truth.